Web3 has the possibility to expand our mind and expand our tent pegs to what is possible.
Communities like this is that we come together to create the solutions that we want in the world.
The community needs your story, so come join us.
Technology is a tool to impact and bring God's kingdom here on earth.
Right? Play to earn, that's where the game changer comes in.
Well, Web3 is all about asset.
What you have to say is what's needed to be said in Hollywood.
People are looking for the miraculous.
Part of taking back some of that ground.
You are bringing the light into such a dark, dark place.
Very focused on, impacting people.
And just getting started. Participate.
Our partnership it's helping to cut that code of poverty.
Mentorship, entrepreneurship, and faith. These are your pillars to success.
We have given a solution that we have brought this people from Sony, Disney, and Marvel to solve. Will you be a part of this? What is up, Warriors? It is Eric Skeldon here in Nashville, Tennessee. What is going on? Tag your battle buddies. Let me hear you guys. Let me hear where you guys are coming from. It's here, Eric, here in the Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, we are in a new season, new journey. Man, tag some of our battle buddy team, all the teams that are going to be coming next week. I just wanted to come in here real quick and give you guys a little pre-challenge warm-up. Warriors, I know it's Friday. It is a fun day. Spend time with your family this weekend. Rest, recharge, because next week, 1 Central every day, we're going to be going hard in the paint, growing you as a movement in Kingdom Warriors, helping us shift into where God has taken us. God is wanting to take us into new dimensions, new places, new horizons, aerial views for us to see from a new perspective. And while the world is dealing with chaos and turmoil and all the different things that are happening, God wants to shift our perspective, shift our horizons on battling and warring from heaven. So let me know where you're watching from. Shout out to you guys here live and on the replay. And man, today's going to be an amazing day. I'm just super stoked for everything God's doing. God is literally rewriting stories, rewriting history. He wants to show you guys his love for you and even romantically speaking to you about your dreams. Like, what were your dreams? So I want you to really think about that next week as we're talking about this hero's journey, discovering your hero's journey. I want you guys to think about what it was my dream. What was the things I wanted to do growing up. And for me, I wanted to be an actor. I loved video games. I loved comics. I was just very creative, and I was always daydreaming in school, and was always just like, just wasn't able to pay attention. What's up from Mexico? I want to hear where you guys are all coming in from, so let me know. And I just got this microphone. Let me know if how the audio is for you guys. We're really trying to upgrade the studio, and we're even in this whole transition from even Tennessee to we're looking at moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So shout out to all the Texas people. I just was out there speaking to the bankers about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which that was a totally interesting experience. But talking about going back to the dreams and growing up, not really fitting in school and the whole school system. And then when I got to oh, awesome, good to hear. When I got to perfect, that's amazing. Shout out to my little brother Luke. He is an artist and amazing creative, which I'm trying to get him back and to do more art and just music and Kingdom Warriors, because he's just such an amazing artist. But he helped me set this microphone up, and yeah, I just have a heart for people that are, we have all these gifts, we have all these talents, we have all these dreams, but many times they're locked up within our mindset, within, what people have told us, the fears of what is possible, like what is possible for me, what is possible for, I used to think I was the least of my family. I had that whole poverty mindset. I had this whole orphan mentality. I was like, I was like, my little brother is a prodigy musician. Like he could pick up a piano, pick up a keyboard, and he's slaying it, guitar, everything. And he was just an amazing, artist and creative. And the way he paints, he can just paint masterpieces. Like, and I'm excited to even help him with that, and grow, his creative brand and stuff as he's, figuring out his way right now. But for me, I was a middle child too, so I kind of had some of that overlooked syndrome where you always feel like you're kind of overlooked, and it's like, man, do my parents know what I'm doing? Are people recognize anything that I'm doing? And I really struggled with a lot of that. And also, my older brother is a professional speaker, author, and has wrote a book called The Passing Generation. His name's Grant Skeldon. And he speaks all around, the planet. He's gone to Israel. He's gone to South Africa and spoken all around the nations, really mastered public speaking, at 18. What's up, you guys? We got Pennsylvania in the house. You guys tag some battle buddies, invite them to this group, kingdomnfts.com, to get in this challenge for next week. It's going to be, it's going to be life changing. The stories you're going to hear, the people, what they have accomplished, what the God ideas they've taken and been able to multiply it using stewarding principles of the kingdom, like reaping and sowing, like time management, like just sometimes it's the simple things. I was looking at, I think today where I was talking about, it's not about the big picture of basically making big life changes. If you just make I think it's like a 1% or 0.01% change every single day, you're going to transform you're going to make like a 37% change by the end of the year, just by making like a 1%, if you can get 1% better each day. So it's about consistent. So put this in the comments. Warriors, we want to create a culture where we're taking consistent, better habits, consistent, better actions within our day and our life to see our lives transformed. And, Jesus was a man of results. He was a man of consistency, and the consistency was key. He was able to continue to pour out, continue to speak, hear what the Father said to do, focus, stay in wherever God had him walk and go while he was walking here on earth. And he left us his Holy Spirit to empower us, to walk as our counselor, as our guide, to empower us to hear from heaven for possibilities, for solutions, for your spheres, for your industries. And so I'm super stoked just to just really pour out some of these principles from our speakers, from the leaders coming in next week, to speak into your guys' life, to share stories and what were the challenges they overcame scaling. Michael McIntyre is coming in on Monday. You guys, Michael McIntyre created $3 billion in revenue, sold his company, and even during that time, I found out my older brother spoke at some events. Because my brother was, an expert in like millennials in the marketplace and culture of companies. And, Michael McIntyre, when he raised up over 100 millionaires within his organization, and he was able to basically speak at even Christian events and different events to talk about how to build a culture where millennials or young people are empowered and earning income and feel happy while they're at work, because it is a big deal. I know some people would just say, oh, millennials, they're slacktivists, or they just want to work on something they're passionate about, but I'm a millennial. I'll be 32 next month in May, and I do enjoy working on things I'm more passionate about. When I'm passionate about the work I'm doing, I literally can do it all day and night. I live and breathe the work, because it's not work. It's just the life and the love of God within me just flows without me. And I want to create movies and video games. We just talked about today the story, John Rhys Davies, who played Gimli from Lord of the Rings, and who is what's his name, Sala and Indiana Jones. He was in the Super Bowl commercial. It was really cool seeing in the Super Bowl commercial, because I'm like, God, that you're marketing us. Because when that comes out is when our film Legends of Eladra is coming out May 5th. You're gonna be able to hear about that next week, see some updates on that. And we're doing a world premiere. You guys, a world premiere in Franklin, Tennessee. We got our own theater, dinner. Like, God has covered all of it. And, you know, it's just amazing to see that God cares about the desires of your heart. But John Rhys-Davies, he loves our story so much that he pitched us and put us in a good light to one of the largest publishers and distributors of comics in the UK. And we just signed a deal with for our comic, you know, for a comic book deal. And it's just amazing to see, like, you know, I know, like I said, people hate on, you know, millennials because millennials would rather get paid less and work for something that's more of an impact than get paid more for something they hate. That was a crazy statistic. And, you know, my brother speaks all around the earth, talking to churches and whatever about, you know, the young generations, now Gen Z and millennials. But, you know, people used to always say, Eric, just go get a job, just do this, do that. And I actually did. You know, I actually went to corporate, I got a business degree, went to corporate America, you know, worked in sales, software sales, first in Irving, Texas, ended up becoming one of the top business developers selling software solutions to the logistics industry. And, you know, I still put in the work and grew in that. I ended up going to Wichita, Kansas, and I enrolled in Bethel School of Technology. I knew I was going to build some sort of, and there was even some prophetic words about building some tech media company. And I knew I was going to do that, but I still knew I need to get the skills. So if you guys have got a prophetic word of your life, if you have a vision over your life of something you're going to do that's big, still go after the skills. Still ask God for, what are the skills I need to learn? What, you know, during this passion, during this purpose, what are the skills I'm going to need to fulfill this? Who are the team players I'm going to need? Am I a visionary? Am I an integrator? Am I, you know, what role do I play in this big vision? You know, because if you have a big God vision, one, God's going to have to help you to make it happen. And two, you're going to probably need to partner with people. Moses needed to have people. Nehemiah needed to have people. Joseph, he, you know, had to command people. Joshua, to take territory, had to command people. Like, you need to see, like, where do I fit in? Some people during that 10-year season of going and even doing Bethel School of Technology to learning, I went and gotten freight and shipping. And that's when I did millions in revenue, you know, through cold calling, through, you know, a whole system of sales, a CRM where I was just focused on LinkedIn and landing big deals. And that's how I learned to land big deals and learn to relate to people through my military service, through family, through God. And I would just relate to people, ask people questions. Questions, when you learn to ask people questions, really good questions, and you know that you have a solution, don't just go to someone with the solution. Ask them questions, find out more about their life, build relationship, and then provide a solution for one of the things that they have told you that they have a struggle with or that they have a problem with. And when I learned about that, like consultative sales, that really helped a ton. You know, we did millions in revenue in freight and shipping. Super thankful for that corporate, you know, experience and all that. And so, so that was just huge for me. And then that also gave me that once I did millions in revenue with that, we have to do the hard things so we can do the fun things. Yes, you do. So yeah, we had to go through those hard periods of time of, you know, cranking out the phones, doing the things I didn't really enjoy during my career. But then it also allowed me to learn to do millions in revenue and earn six figures for the first time. And that's when I started investing in Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin at $3,000 back in 2018 when I was doing well in corporate America. And I wish I would have held on. It's Bitcoin's over $30,000. Put Bitcoin in the comments below. But Bitcoin's over $30,000 now. Come on, we are the answer. But yeah, we have the solutions. The kingdom of heaven is within you. All the solutions, all the creation of God is within you. And it's waiting to come out. It's waiting for you to activate. It's waiting for you to learn the skills and the solutions. You know, the banks now called me out there, flew me out there, put me up in a hotel with my wife so I could speak to him about Bitcoin, about decentralization, about ownership on the blockchain, about community, why we care about, basically having ownership of our currency, and why we care about cryptocurrency. And, the banks didn't really get it because the banks have this whole system, Federal Reserve prints all the money, it's centralized. They give it to the banks to loan out to the people. And the people, there's over 1 billion people that are unbanked around the world. Over 1 billion people in Africa. There's probably a lot of them are in the continent of Africa. But there is, over 1 billion people unbanked, and cryptocurrency actually allows them to have a wallet. And if anywhere they have Wi-Fi, they can have a wallet. Does that sound like a solution to you? Anywhere someone, so if the banks won't work with the people, then cryptocurrency is a solution to actually give people a wallet and let them become banked with cryptocurrency. And so, as you start learning skill sets, and that's why I do think cryptocurrency is something that people need to learn. And sales and marketing are super good skills you need to learn, but mindset, as you really understand your mindset and belief. So when I first earned 6 figures in corporate America, it allowed me to believe in myself and to believe in what I prophesied that I was able to do. I prophesied that I was going to be a multi-million-dollar salesperson, and then I did it. And, God is wanting us to start speaking, not just speaking the things we want to do. Like, I am going to be the first millionaire in my family. Like, put that in the comments below. I am going to be the first millionaire in my family. And, God He wants us to speak it, write it down, declare it, get a vision board, start seeing your vision, but then He also wants us to, like, those small little actions that we have to do. He wants us to see the big vision, but start making it practical. Like, how am I going to do that? I am going to create, I'm going to, go serve someone for a year and learn everything they know. I'm going to go, and start breaking the big dreams down into, what do you need to learn? What mentor do you need to have? What position do you need to put yourself in to get to the next level? So for me, it was Bethel School of Technology. Well, it was the Texas Army National Guard, jumping out of airplanes, becoming airborne. They say, I am going to be say, like, why do you jump out of perfectly good airplanes? Anyways, I jumped out of 19 airplanes. Come on, you guys, declare it over yourself, but start this week. I want you guys to start not just believing the big things and declaring the big things, but saying, what do I need to do to get there? You have to reverse engineer. Reverse engineer means you already see the future. The future is already written, but how are you going to bring it into existence today? How are you going to bring it into existence by December of 2023? So you got to start thinking, and what are some industries that can help take me there? Is it real estate? I believe there's a great wealth transfer in real estate. I believe there's a great wealth transfer in cryptocurrency happening over these next 3 years. And everyone within our tribe, everyone with our community, we're going to bring all that knowledge, all that value. Next week, we have so much knowledge and value on people who have built wealth and all these different arenas to bring to you guys, to show you wealth is not bad or good. Wealth is neutral. Money is just a tool. Money will amplify who you already are. So if you're a giving person, if you're a loving person, guess what having more money is going to do? You're going to give more. You're going to love more. You're going to take care of more people's groceries. You're going to buy your mom the car that she wanted. You're going to buy your house that she always wished she wanted, so she didn't have to work till she was 70, and so, reverse engineering is huge. You have to know what you want, and you have to really know what you want. And don't be afraid. Have God really help you define, what do you want? What do you want out of life? And ask God to help you reverse engineer, how are you going to get there? What mentors do I need? What communities do I need? What classes do I need to be a part of? What are my 5 friends that are around me? Who are my 5 friends around me? Where are they going with their life? Are they positive? Are they negative? Do they suck the life out of you, or do they pour life into you? And start really thinking about your atmosphere and the culture you're in. And so with Kingdom Warriors, we're trying to create, and we've been creating an epic culture that is constantly bringing in value, constantly bringing in people who are going to put in energy and frequency and the storytelling that is going to accelerate your life, that is going to show you that even if you're a BC student like me, who I got fired from many jobs, you know, I was told I was going to never amount to anything. My biggest fear was public speaking, to now where we have been able to speak in over 81 nations, and we have been able to, you know, create a film and fund a film right here, Legends of Eladria. Like, the fact that we even, you know, manifested a story to create a story that actually gets, you know, John Rhys Davies attached to it, and then is able to not just get John Rhys Davies attached to it, but come on, there we go. VJ, we get a story that gets John Rhys Davies attached to it. We raise the money to fund it. We have some epic people from all over the world. Johnny Enlow, some epic, you know, producers, directors, press that are going to be coming next May 5th to our world premiere. And then we have come on, Swahili. You know, Africa, we got VJ from the Uganda. We are actually working on a film project with Trillis Studios. Trillis Studios is hosting this Christian short film contest. VJ has a ministry where he does out in Uganda in the capital. He does film crusades where they bring tons of people. Most people haven't even seen a film out there. They bring all these, they bring all the people out there to watch the film, and then they preach the gospel, and people get. So Swahili, my wife and I's biggest passion is to go to Africa, and it's cool because we got our story produced. Shout out to Taffany Williams, that's in our community. She was able to produce our story, and they were able to stream it, and now actually stream our story in Africa. And then we've been able to give our education for free to VJ in Africa. So all you African students out there, you guys are eagles. God is raising you guys up like eagles. Everyone out there, God wants to raise you up like eagles. He wants to mount you up as you wait on the Lord, but start learning, start instilling, start hanging out with people that are going to inspire you, that are going to push you forward. And so, yeah, shout out to our Uganda family. We're able to buy some land in Uganda last year with Precious Kids Foundation, and now we're partnering with VJ and his students, his film students, to make a film project in Uganda. And man, just like I talked about the solutions for the unbanked people in Africa, it's really been on my heart to solve problems for the continent of Africa. I just found out my grandfather, Roy Skeldon, who had land in Durban, South Africa, and Johannesburg, he just fell down 3 flights of stairs and just passed away. And, you know, my dad, you know, there's something about, you know, thinking you have to look good, be right, and be in control. Sometimes we you know, the flesh wants us to think we need to look good, be right, and be in control. So what that did was, you know, what the enemy did with that is my dad and my grandfather never really built a relationship. You know, my dad came to America from South Africa, and they never really continued a relationship because they wanted to be right, be in control, and look good. And so that kept them from restoring and repairing the relationship. And so we didn't even get to go meet, you know, I haven't got to see my grandfather since I was 5 years old. And my older brother, he was speaking out there, and he got to go and meet up with him, and found out like they both just had an offense, you know. So take care of the offenses. And part of Kingdom Warriors, we want to do, it's not all about taking territory, taking land. Yes, you were born to dominate. You were born to take dominion. You were born to be a king and a priest, and you were born to expand. But at the same time, we're also meant to rest. We're meant to forgive. We're meant to have grace on ourselves, and take the yoke of Jesus that's light and give it to people, you know, whether it's family, whether it's people. And so that's a big part of, you know, my story of redemption, with even loving my father for who my father was. Because once I learned about his experience with his dad, I'm like, well, you know, now I understand where my dad's coming from, because that was what he had, you know. But we were born to take dominion, but we're also born to be lovers, you know, lovers of God. Jesus was the greatest example of a storyteller, but also of a lover. You know, the Bible is the greatest love letter of all time, and is able to write to us. You know, I love Dr. Brian Simmons. Dr. Brian Simmons was able to and endorsed my book, and he's amazing. He's the lead translator of the Passion Translation, and I love the Passion Translation and speaking the Passion Translation out loud, because you really just see, especially go read Song of Solomon. Put Song of Solomon in the comments. I want you guys to read Song of Solomon's in the Passion and really read the love that God has for us. I think it's time that as Christians and denominations, we've beat each other up too much. We've divided each other up by our denominations, by our walls, by our races, by our sexes. But God is wanting to restore us, bring us together around the love of God. And, that is how we're going to reach the people. It says Jesus is going to come back and they're going to know us by our love. So at the end of the day, Kingdom Warriors, we want to be warriors of love, where yes, we're trained up. Yes, we train and we're capable of doing massive damage to people, or to people who hurt us or people who hurt our family. But we're also capable, and 99% of the time are able to show forgiveness, are able to show mercy like a good king, are able to show love to people even when they do hurt us. And so, we're in a place where it's going to be about rest. It's going to be about the revolution. It's going to be about rest and about love. And we will be trained up as warriors, and we will be able to be dangerous. Kingdom Warriors, we're dangerous people. We're smart. We're agile. We're able to, we take care of our temple. We take care of our mind. But at the end of the day, we're able to, forgive people, love people. Yes, the Kingdom Mind. Send me a message, VJ. I can get you the ebook for you to get to your students in Africa. But God is wanting all these denominations, all these, we need to be expanding and building up kings, raising up righteous rulers, raising up, leaders that are going to love well, that are going to restore the land well, forgive people, allow us to, ask for forgiveness. And so come on, you got your copy. Yeah, go get the Kingdom Mind. I think it's still only $7. I don't make pretty much any money off it, because it's like costs $6-7 to print it on Amazon. But eventually I'm going to raise it back to $15. But I just been wanting to get as many hands as possible. And if you're a ministry or you're in Africa or somewhere and you don't have this even $7 USD, let me know. I can get you an ebook. But you guys, come next week. We will be having some amazing speakers. Let me just come highlight some of the speakers for you real quick. And but yeah, I hope you guys invite some people, bring some friends to this. This is a free event. There's literally nothing to lose, only able to gain. One, we just set up the automation. I'll put in the comments automation. The more you guys learn about automation and using technology to help your life, the better it's going to be. Shout out to all the Kingdom Warriors team, and even all the technology, ChatGPT, AI, email automation, email team, all of our funnel team, media team, graphics team. You guys, we're going to be building an epic media company. Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube, Eric Skeldon and Kingdom Warriors. We're going to be producing some epic. I'm raising capital right now for our studios to acquire more films and media, but also make some epic media podcast studio. We're going to have a studio podcast. We have all this stuff here. We're about to be moving in the next couple months, so I'm not setting up the full studio yet, but we're going to be interviewing some epic leaders. And so a little bit of the leaders you're going to see. Also, go to the guides tab, you guys. Go to the guides tab. Make sure you mark going on all those. And then in order to win prizes, when you engage, when you like and share and comment and invite people, and you're going into the groups, you're introing yourself, introduce yourself. There is favor on your face. You need to speak. We need to hear your voice. God spoke the world into existence. So when you start going live, my mentor had me go live 30 days in a row. And then from there, I just kept going live, kept learning to speak, kept learning to face my fear of public speaking. And I still get afraid of speaking. But Public Squared, Pump for Eric's events, he's champion of the space. We need to bring Sebastian back on. Sebastian just joined the board of Kingdom Warriors. Sebastian, their company, they've raised over $15 million. You could check out their app on the App Store, Public SQ. And he just joined our board to help us, grow into a $100 million company in the next 3 to 5 years by bringing solutions through storytelling and bring solutions to many kingdom citizens around the globe. So we're super stoked, you guys. But let me show you a little bit of the speakers. Andrew Whalen, he's trained with Lou Engle many years. We just actually introduced him to Johnny Enlow's Total God Connection. Now he's been on Elijah List 3 times and just been blowing up on there. It's been amazing to watch, and just happy to see how God connects people. You know, Andrew's been a prophet for us and on staff for me and for Kingdom Warriors. We hired him over a year ago, and it's been epic for our company, bringing in the prophetic, bringing in the fivefold to our operation. Leo Garcia, amazing friend. I've also done ministry with him in DC and other places, but you know, husband, almost 20 years of serving God, working as supervisor at Billy Graham's 24/7 prayer line, former pastor at Calvary Chapel, San Diego, and, you know, coaching and, you know, founder of Victorly Mind and Heart and Spirit, Victorious Living Mentorship Program, healing services for new creation sons and daughters of God who desire to create from a place of victory. Yeah, you're going to be excited to hear from that. We have my wife coming next week. Amazing wife, mother of 5 daughters, Ziona, Jewel, Emerald Rose, Sapphire Royal, Esther Rain, Heavenly Glory Skeleton. She got a Bible degree from Emmanuel College in Franklin Springs, Georgia. Now resides here in Nashville, Tennessee. I love what she wrote. Her profession is studying childlikeness. You guys put, I am going to become more childlike in the comments. You know, the more I study our 5 daughters and study, you know, why the kingdom of heaven, you know, is like we will enter into the kingdom of heaven when we're childlike. I think being childlike is the reason I'm even able to now start writing books. We just had our second Amazon bestselling book, Wealth with Purpose, with 27 and 8-figure kingdom entrepreneurs telling their story of how they built a multi-million-dollar business. You can get that with Wealth with Purpose at Amazon, and we're actually turning that into a film. It's going to be the biblical version of The Secret, you know, biblical success secrets. It's going to be amazing. That's one of our second documentary films we're going to be working on. And it's all through childlikeness, you guys. So my wife inspires me. She really helps me, you know, go deeper with God, focus on the things of God and the focus on the things of heaven and forgiveness and love and mercy. And, yeah, really been just, yeah, chief rest officer, helps with everything operations at the Skeleton household. Couldn't do it without her. Amazing team. We have Julia McCoy. Julia McCoy is in this book. You can see her chapter in there. She actually has an amazing story. She escaped a fundamentalist cult and ended up, through her gift of writing, this is what it's about, passion, you guys, through her gift of writing, was able to create a multi-million-dollar writing agency, sold it, was able to buy her dream home in Austin, and has a garden, and now is a president at Content at Scale, an AI writing company, and helps coach people, and man, has written numerous books. She's actually about to be writing some books that I want to turn into a film. So Julia, we're going to be doing that soon. Dr. Mark Smith, amazing friend. I was on with him earlier today. Hollywood producer, known for writing the book Cover Me, turning Cover Me into a film starring Danny Trejo, my favorite Mexican actor, Danny Trejo. And we also love Diego Luna. That's in the new Star Wars TV series. But he also did a film on veteran suicide, The Forgotten Battalion. And he's also our showrunner partner, helping us expand Kingdom Warrior Studios and Legends of Eladria. We're bringing on Hamid Tourpour. He has 2 films with Lionsgate, 1 with Universal, amazing husband and father, lives in Minnesota, worked with Lawrence Fishburne, Danny Trejo, Milo Gibson, and also the writer and director of our film, Legends of Eladria, and also our showrunner and partners, producing partners to help us expand our film brand. So we are super stoked. Michael McIntyre talked about him, built a $3 billion agency from scratch, over 30 years happily married. I met him and his wife. They have an amazing wife, amazing daughters. They were able to pay for all their daughters to go to private school. They had a private plane at one time, and after selling their company, had an amazing God story even that you're going to hear. And he ended up working with different senior pastors, helped grow from less than 200 members to 2,500 plus megachurch. He's launched record labels, established leadership protocols and boundaries amongst church leadership. He created over 175 millionaires. This is why I got Michael McIntyre as a mentor and as a coach, because with Kingdom Warriors, we want to raise up over 100 millionaires to eventually 1,000 millionaires. I believe that kingdom entrepreneurship is one of the solutions to humanity's problems. It's not the government, it's not the DMV and the slow system. It is through kingdom consultants and kingdom visionaries and kingdom creatives to rise up into who they are, to get their skill sets unlocked, to start growing in their skills, growing in their gifting, growing in their ability to hear the voice of God and partner with heaven, and to be able to go after and create massive wealth and massive impact. And so that is our mission here with Kingdom Warriors. And so we got Dr. Darlene Lobel. She's amazing. Been friends with her for quite a few years. Formerly a board certified neurosurgeon and neuroscientist whose passion to help you get breakthrough by revealing keys in science that unlock truths in scripture so you can achieve your potential and fulfill your destiny. You're going to love what Dr. Darlene shares. He's, man, just such a joy. And then we got Aaron Jennings. He was a former police officer. He was a missionary in Thailand and in China, and automation and systems ninja. His mission is to help kingdom entrepreneurs multiply the business God's given them without denying the ministry God's given them. He lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, has a wife and 2 daughters, and amazing. And you can read a little bit about the foreword to the book, The Kingdom Mind here, prophecy from Jesse and Amy Shamp. They were on the Sid Roth's Supernatural. You can learn more about our film and our story that we turned into a film and game, and just some more testimonials, more charity work we've done with the land in Uganda. We do give Blue Yeti mics away, you guys. So some of you guys, if you need to use your voice, get in there. We're at 1 Central each day. Anyone who has a dream or a creative or vision, this is for them. Invite your friends, you guys. It's time to step out. It's time to step out into all that God has for us. It's time to step out into the victory God has already paid for. It's time to stop making excuses for why we're not where we want to be in life. And it's time to start taking massive action, and even massive action and doing the little things consistently, you know. And it's time for us to step out, you guys. We're not going to get there. We're not going to get there, just, hoping everyone else does it, hoping other people do the work. We still got to do the work. We still got to, do the task, do the work. It says I think the labor is plenty, but the laborers are few. But with Kingdom Warriors, I declare that we're going to have many laborers that are not afraid to labor, and we're not going to labor in vain. Every message we give, every good works we do is not going to return void. It's going to go into where it needs to go, and it's going to bring impact. And, yeah, I want to write a book on that one day, ADD and ADHD. I believe the world has labeled it as a bad thing, that we can't sit still, we can't focus, but really it's a supernatural gift to where the things you're passionate about, you can over focus on and actually focus on very well, and like put in so much energy into it and get massive results. I think Elon Musk, he would consider himself like that. I know Richard Branson, who created Virgin Records, Virgin Galactic, Virgin, all those big billion-dollar companies. That was what he turned into his gift. I learned a lot about that from him, and that's what I'm doing. I'm turning in, my ADD, ADHD, dyslexic, anything that was labeled over me. I'm Romans 8:28 in it, and turning it for good, turning it into major focus, major like just turning that inward. So I definitely want to write a book on that, and I will write a book on that one day. Awesome. Yeah. Let me know who wrote the devotional on ADHD. Love to learn more about that. DM me about that. But yeah, put your faith in front of your fear, you guys. When I started going out and doing public speaking, you guys, it was not just like, overnight. Like, I love public speaking. It's so fun. This is like such a joy. It was like a dread. Like, I remember having my iPhone when I was going live in the Facebook group to go live, which I'm encouraging you guys to go live. There's my lovely wife right there. So blessed. But I encourage you guys to go live in the group. Go to the guides tab. If you're on mobile, it's the hamburger icon where you click it and then go to the guides. And then if it is on the group, you should see the guides tab and then go on there. But yeah, you guys, next week it's going to be a blast. I want you guys to be empowered and encouraged for everything that's happening. We are in an incredible trying times right now, but during this time there's so much opportunity. There's so much God is doing. He's bringing families together. He's bringing networks together. He's bringing God's people together. He's bringing solutions together. He's bringing capital, resources, strategies for such a time as this. And so we want to hear you guys. We want to hear your story. Try to do it in 2 minutes. Some people can't watch each person's video for an hour. That'll take a long time, but try to do it in 2 minutes. Tell your story in 2 minutes. Go live, give your intro with us, and start doing the homework. Each day we have our thing. We're going to have an activation and homework. I want you to do the homework and activate it. You know why? It's going to unlock their neuroplasticity. It's going to rewire your brain for success. It's going to start rewiring your brain to start believing in yourself. It's going to start rewiring your brain to say, I am enough. I can do this. Eric can do this. Kingdom Warriors can do this. This community, we can do this together. And it's going to start rewiring your brain for success and for what God has for you. So yeah, YouTube Short. Think YouTube Short. Think like, if I could do this in 60 seconds, and you guys, if you have expertise, if you have knowledge, start putting it on TikTok, start putting it on YouTube Shorts, start putting it wherever you can. And I promise you, there's people that want the knowledge you have on a certain subjects. So you got to get over the fear of what am I going to look like? Am I going to look good? Am I going to feel right? Am I going to want to be in control? It's not about being in control. It's not about looking good. It's not about being right. It's about being what God has you to be. It's about being and unleashing what God has within you to the people that are supposed to experience it, because some people may only experience the light of heaven through you. Some people may only experience Jesus through you. So remember that when we try to, even for us introvert here, when we want to hold in what God has for us and just stay in our little bubble, stay comfortable, stay, in the comfortable place. God wants, we're doing ourselves a disservice, and we're doing the people that we could help and that we can reach a disservice. So there's no trophies for playing small. There's no spectator sport in the kingdom. The kingdom of heaven is not a spectator sport. It's for you guys. Put your armor on, put your swords up, get your gear up, start speaking, the sword of the Spirit through your voice. It's a voice activated kingdom. There's no spectator sport. You all, if you represent Jesus, if you represent the King, King of Kings, you're, a little king. You're a new creation. You're meant to rule and reign with Jesus and co-heir. Co-heir is, you're jointly heired with him. So now you're a kingly, you're a kingly person. And so if you're going to represent the jersey, let us represent it well. Let us go out and represent and be bold and play big. Let us not play small where people are like, that's the God you serve. You serve a small God because you play small. No, we serve a big God. We play big. We're going to play big. We're going to build big things. We're going to do small things well over a long period of time, and it's going to turn into amazing things. And so just want to encourage you guys, get ready for next week. Go live. Don't be afraid of, don't be afraid of looking good. Don't be afraid of, right now I didn't get to go to get my beard trimmed. Part of me was thinking like, oh man, I wish I would have done this, wish I would have done that. I wish I would have, been more prepared, a better speaker, had more time. You don't always have the time. You don't always have the place. You're not always going to have the perfect beard. You're not always going to have the perfect, my wife always makes fun of me for my unibrow. Now you sometimes may have a unibrow. Who cares? Just do it. Just do what God has for you to do. Just unleash the things that you're supposed to unleash. And just face it. The quicker we face our fears, the quicker we face the things that we don't want to do, the quicker we face the things that God has been telling us to do, write the book, start the business, do the thing, that we're afraid of, the better for everyone, the better for the people on the other side of your breakthrough, and the better for you. And so that's my message to you. Start thinking about that this weekend. So Lord, I just declare open heavens and wisdom for all the audience now and on the replay. I just declare for divine rest this weekend and shalom as people get ready for this event next week, that we show up big, that we show up in the group big. We start going live. We start doing our homework. We start activating the gifts. We start seeing the things manifest, seeing our dreams manifest. We start taking notes. We start writing down the vision and making it plain. We start actually seeing the things that you have for us. Start seeing our divine scroll come out. We start seeing the things that you have for us being unlocked and unleashed, and all the barriers that are blocking my friends, Kingdom Warriors, we just declare them obliterated. Your light dismantles any barriers, any obstacles that allow us not to receive your love, that allow us to not believe in ourselves, that allow us to not be able to reach our full potential. We just declare that your presence will show up more mightily into our mindset, into our homes, into our atmospheres, that we start hearing you better, we start seeing you better, we start seeing the things you have for us, start meeting the people we need to meet, and you show us so clearly, and we're able to take massive action on it. You know, the people we need to connect to, the people we should text, the people we should encourage, and start really allowing us to just walk in this divine dance, this divine romance with you, and spend our energy on the things that we need to spend energy on, cut out the things that are holding us back, you know, criticism, people that are, you know, no longer supposed to be in our life in this season. We have the confidence and courage to, you know, just stop listening to the lies of the enemy, stop listening to the voices that we don't need to be in our ears, and, you know, start being in a position to position ourselves to hear from you, to receive your rest, to receive encouragement, and to move forward towards our God gift, our God vision, our God dreams. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Awesome. Well, bless you guys. We love you guys. We will see you this weekend. Go live in the group. Invite all your friends you can. I encourage each of you, bring 3 friends. Bring 3 crazy friends and have fun. You know, have a blast next week. Go live in the group. You know, don't be sharing outside spam links or any outside links. We want to see and hear you. Post a picture of you, a story, just post basically your stories about you, what you're doing. You can even post some of your challenges, like your challenges you're facing in life. Like, I want to lose weight, I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to start a business. I want to, start a YouTube channel. I want to start a podcast. You can talk about those things in here. Just don't spam outside links or outside offers or stuff like that, or DM our members, but you can go in there and basically say, hey, here's who I am. Here's what I want to accomplish, and all this stuff. Here's what I'm excited about learning. Here's what things I'm excited about for this next week. Those are things that we can basically build where you're, things you're trying to learn, and other people can, basically be able to offer some wisdom and offer some insights, and have Kingdom Warriors, this place, be a place where people can encourage and give tips, and here's what's worked for me. But we've been able to, over the past 3-4 years, building this Facebook group to really offer a ton of value, have people go live, have people build connection, build community, build relationships, but then also just keep it, not as, there's groups that try to get too big, and then everyone's just spamming, posting irrelevant links, and it just doesn't become a healthy place. So we want to keep this place a healthy place, where people can share and grow and learn. And thank you guys. So Elder Collect, go to the guides and then DM Shanae or Aurelio. They should be able to hook you up. So awesome. This is the community we need. I'm glad that you're here, you guys. It's going to be a fun community, a fun group, and we're going to have a blast. So if you're on the teams, post a comment on the guide on the teams and with Aurelio, and they'll see if they can still get you in. Awesome. We'll see you 1 Central next week with Michael McIntyre, the $3 billion man. It's going to be a blast. All right. Shalom.